Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you are doing great. So, I want you all to be awake. I don't want any sleepy. So, if you feel sleepy, go grab a tea or a coffee or just wash your face because I want you to be fully aware with me. Great. So, this is our first or the base of our website. Now, for today, we are just talking about text font, and I was planning for teaching you link and icons, but because in the morning we couldn't do it because of the shortness of the time, that's why we just skip it for tomorrow. For the first, second 10 minutes of tomorrow, we will just take link and icon. Then my mom Sabna will do the review with you. So yeah, let's start our class for today. So first of all, I have an ID to put my stuff in because we are talking about the text. So first we have the color, which means text color. I will use red. Second, we have text align, which these two we took it before. So with the text align, I will just put it on the left. Then what else we have? We have text decoration. For the text decoration, what we mean by text decoration? For here we have few things, because like if you remember during the HTML in the formatting we had underline. So here we have what else? We have overline, we have underline, we have line through, and none. So let's just start from the very beginning. I just want to apply something that you didn't do it, which is overline. Okay. So we have overline, Control S. Let's go here and apply it on a paragraph. Here we have ID equal to A. Thank you for your hard working. Control S. Now we are going to the website. I have something which I just wrote it in a paragraph and it's overlined. There's a line over it and the color is red. So here in text decoration, what we add, we just add overline, and as well as it's on the left side, these are the things that we just applied on our code. Nice and easy. Then what else we can add here? We have text intent. What we mean by text intent? You see in most of the paragraphs that exist, the first line is like have a bit of space in the very beginning. So for example, here we don't have any space. It's just like starting from after the merging of the body and the element of paragraph. So what we are adding now, we just add in text indent, let's say we want 25 px as a space between the body and the element. So let's go here and do refresh. We see the space is just increased. So if we have a long text, we have something like this, and 2 by I2. So let's select this, Control let's select this bit, Control C, then going back here, sorry, to here, and put it behind this, comma, Control V. If we have such a text, Control S, we want to see this text indent. Look at it. The first line, there's a space, and the rest is fine. It's just like showing it as it is without any problem. So this is mean that we have a text indent in the very beginning for our text. This is how text indent is working. Then what else we have within the text? We have text shadow. This is text shadow. So for the text shadow, what we have the right and left of the shadow. We have the brightness of it, or the darkness and brightness of it, and then when we have the color. So we want to make a 3D shadow. We will say 2px by 2px. Then we want 1px, and the color be, because it's red, so let's have no, let's have something like green. So when you are looking at the text now, it's fine and it's normal. After doing a refresh, you see it is something like a 3D shadowing, and the background shadow is green because we just picked green. So we can just make change here in this contents. For example, make this 3. You will see the change. It's just like going a bit away from the left. Then if we are just changing this to 5, you will see it's just more going deeper. Just going down. And then if we are changing this to, let's say, to 3, we will see that is going more to the right, or just getting more like less visible of the background. So this is the brightness of the shadow. So if you are just making 1, so it will be more brighter. It's just like transaction of the, or let's say the transparency of the shadow. Well, what else we have within the text that we can use? We have something else, it's called text transformation. We can transform the text from normal way to uppercase. It's here. So it will change all the text to the uppercase style. So if you are just doing refresh, just look at it. It's all the uppercase styles. I think it's just 1 by 1 is fine. See it clearly. Yeah. So what we did, we just transform it to uppercase. Now I can transform it to lowercase. Okay, Control S and refresh, it just start to be a lowercase, all the data or all the text, and we have capitalized, which means each first letter of the word be capitalized. Control S capitalizes like this. Then refresh. Look, thank you for your hard working. So each first letter is just start to be capital. This is the things that we can just use within the text. Then what else we have, which also deal with the paragraph and things like this. We have letter spacing. This will make space between the letters. So if you are looking at the letters now, it's a bit fine. It's normal. So we are just adding 2px, Control S, and refresh. Look at the word. It's just like going away from each other. And then we have word spacing. With the letter spacing, I'm using it to just make sure that there is a difference between them, because word spacing is the space between the word. So now I just gave 5px. Look at the word, it start to be away from each other and be more clear now. So what else we have within the sentence or within the text? We have something else which call it line height. The line height is just for making the space between the lines more. So what we are doing, we just like add 5px. So here you will notice something really different. Look at it. You see, because by default, this is more than 5px. So if we just said, okay, I don't want 5px, I want 5 centimeter. cm is in centimeter. We just took those measurements before, we mentioned them. Look at this. So this is the first, and this is the second. So for the second, you see the space is more. Why? Because it will take 5 centimeter from here and 5 from there. So it's 10 centimeter between these two. Then there's a 10 centimeter between these two, and so on and so on. So that's why you have to be careful when you are putting this line spacing. For example, 1 centimeter, Control S, and refresh. Look at it. Here it's like fine. Here is going to be 2 centimeter because it's one from here and one from there, and so on. So this is how we are dealing with this part. And then what else we have? We have white space. So for the white space, it is something really fun. For example, if it's be in the normal style, this is normal, Control S, and let's make this 0.3 centimeter. I don't want this much of space. Oh, less. Let's make it 0.5. Yeah, now it's fine. So if I want to use the normal white space, it's like this. But if I used no wrap, this W is not pronouncing, do not forget. If I said no wrap, in this case, you will see something really weird. Because here you see that it's in lines, After I do refresh, it will just make it one straight line. So there is no enter between them by default. So this is the way that you are using the white space. So to avoid this, you can just make it normal. But if you have a text and you want to the text be in one line, you can use the no wrap. So in this case, no matter how small or big they are, just making the text is gonna be. So here now is one line. After I make it bigger or zoom it in and zoom it out, it will change it accordingly. But if I just said no wrap, no matter if I just made it smaller or bigger, it's gonna be just in one line, one straight line without any enter. Even if I use pre-formatted paragraph, still it will remove the space between or the enters between the lines, so it will just make it one straight line. So this is why we are using the white space with normal value. And if we want to, let's just this dot B, this time we are just using letter B for another paragraph, or I don't know if I'm using paragraph or I'm using a span or I'm using div. It's up to me. So what I have here, I have the things which is related to font, such as font family. I can just say what are the four families here. Let's just go here and look at this. Well, I have Time New Roman times New Roman. Why not? Let's just use this. From the font family, we have times New Roman, like this. Yeah. So we have Time New Roman as a font family. And for font size, I can just say make it 20 pt, and let's just use 50 pt. Then we have font style. This font style we are using for the purpose of changing the style of the word. For example, we have Italy. It's this one. So let's just apply this first. Just come in here. I will apply it on this bit. Span. Span. Here in the span, I have what? I have a class, so I have to call a class equal is B, Control S. So let's just try it here. On this bit, we will say, so look at it. Thank you for your hard working. It is in italic and it is bigger in the font, and we change the font family to what? To Time New Roman. Great. So if I want to not use italic, I want to use something instead of italic, as we have emphasized an I in the HTML text formatting. So here we have something else is called oblique. This guy. It's just do the same thing as italic is doing without any problem. And we can just use it this way. It is exactly the same thing as italic. Okay. Control S. So what else we have? We have font weight. So what we mean by font weight? Font weight is just for the use of bold. Okay. We have normal and we have bold. So now it's in the normal situation. After I do refresh, it just make it bold because I changed the weight of it to bold. So the font weight is just working as a bolding the text. Where we have something else that we can use, it calls font variant. Okay. So the font variant, we have normal as the font weight, and we have small caps. So if you are looking at the text right now, this is in capital and these are in small, this is in capital, these are small, and the capital one is bigger than the small one. So after I do refresh, and I just need to remove this capitalize to make it clear. Control S and refresh. Look at the word. You for your hard working. These are capital, but they are in a small size except the first letter, because this is by default. The first letter has to be in capital. So it's look bigger, look taller, and the rest are small capital. So what else we have? Just close this one. In like within the use of font, or let's just go back to use of text, we have something else. It calls vertical align. So let's just use it here. No, I can't just use it here. It's called vertical align. It just works as text align, but in a different way. For the vertical align, we have few things that we can use it with the vertical align, which is text top, text bottom, base line, or basic line. These are the things that we can use it. So for the first one, which is text bottom, it just take the text above the other, and the rest is going to be in the bottom. So look at this text right now. It is fine. It is normal. Yes. It's just like stop this. Control S. And stop this as well, because I just want first to show you how does it look like. Control S. So look at the text. It is totally fine, and the line is on place after I add the vertical align, and I just use text to bottom. So look at it. It will just take it up. Look at the breakdown here. It will just make the text a bit up. So if we are using text to bottom to top, Control S, it will just like other way around. It will just make it a bit low. Look at it. The breakdown is just showing it lower. So it's vice versa, the sub and the super.
So foi text botão fazer بس لو كان هيك عم يشتغل على ضروري تكست هيك كده سهل يعني بيجي له تكست it will work properly.
Facciamo qui.
تكست هيك كده سهل.
Line height. I was just a good shot. I didn't give any thing like this. So if we said, let's just make it 35 px and fresh. So yeah, it shows more clearly right now. When we set text align to top, it just bring it down as we see the breakdown here. So if we set text to bottom, I don't want to double click, however I was into. Now you see it's more clear. It just showed that it's going up and it's going down. So you got the point right now. Thank you, Monsab, now because she said that if we are changing this, it's just going to be more clear. So yeah, this is how the vertical align is working as well. So surprisingly, I finished with you earlier because with the other student, it just took us more time because we had some issue. So yeah, lucky you, you can just like practice with Mama Sabna right now. We finished my session. So thank you for your participation. I will leave you with Mama Sabna. She will continue with you practicing each one bit by bit.